this package, Governor Moino commences rehabilitation of roads within and around Akpanande Market. State Assembly inaugurates 20 standing committees, 26 standing committees set for legislative duties. Government directs street traders to move into markets within 1 month. And Akwa United Supporters Club management close ranks for improved performance. We have details of these and other stories. Good afternoon. We welcome you to the news at noon. My name is Mando Esenobo. We start by telling you that 3 weeks after his inauguration as governor, Pastor Moino has visited the Akpanande market to fulfill the promise to traders in the market during his campaigns. The promise made was the rehabilitation of Ndia Street within the governor's first 100 days in office. According to our government house reporter, Urarekong, the process of redeeming the governor's promises to the traders starts 22 days into his administration. A report.
Accompanied by his wife, Pastor Patience Eno, the Secretary to State Government, Prince Enobonwa, and others, the governor, Pastor Moino, said he was conscious of his pledge to fix the dilapidated Ndia Road within his first 100 days in office.
Somebody, I'm inside the house on me. If I met you, I give and I promise you people that every person will know. Take us on the turn down the rules only. We come to get here today, I get some of that. Take Pabé, I said, wet. Yeah, no, we be a hand before. You can never finish you say more, I guess. So, friend, get ready. He fulfill promise. Let us flag off this, and then the chairman who attend men approved.
Pastor Eno said he would also fix other internal roads in commercial areas to support small businesses to thrive.
We flag off Tabernacle Road. I understand who's on the serious on that Tabernacle Road. So we are going there to flag off that road. I don't say sign and move. Me give for no yainam. The night of Kakuyo, Yaka, the school road, Kikoret. I understand that one too is bad. We are going to fix that road. We are going to do it because it's been bad.
The Chief Executive Officer of Hensec Integrated Services, Engineer Wemokoko, provided the details of the road to be rehabilitated with a commitment to complete the work in 70 days.
We are going to defloat the Akpanande market internally. We promise you that you will commission this road within your first 100 days in office. And so I'm giving a fair promise on behalf of the Hensec team that within 70 days, this project will be completed. August 30th, this project will be handed over to Ministry of Works.
The fulfillment of the governor's promise received commendation from some stakeholders in Uyo local government area as well as officials of the market associations.
History is about to be made in Uyo local government area because we are the first local government area, I can authoritatively say, we are the first local government area that you are coming to do flat off of project.
Governor, no committee. Internal drainage inside the market. A man I'm going on street, you've done something for the entire Bible State. Everybody in the Bible State never gets straight. And with that, the street say, thank you for what you've done for us. When you were campaigning, you made a promise. Today, you have shown by working, by constructing this road. And we are very happy.
AKBC News.
Now, the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has inaugurated 26 standing committees to oversee the affairs of the 8th Assembly. Speaker Udemotong announced the committees, and the chairman at yesterday's plenary. House of Assembly reporter Uyukuswa completes the story.
The newly inaugurated committees are Advisory Committee on Parliamentary Matters, chaired by Speaker Udemotong; Committee on Intergovernmental Political and Special Matters, chaired by Okanafon State Constituency Representative Mr. Memudum; Committee on Petroleum, chaired by VS Rekit Ibono State Constituency Representative Mr. Dobia Friday; Committee on Rural Development and Public Utilities, chaired by Ikono State Constituency Representative Mr. Suko Udo; and the Committee on Public Accounts, chaired by the Ibom State Constituency Representative Mr. Eric Akban. Other committees were that of Local Government Affairs and Chieftaincy, chaired by Itamepo State Constituency Representative Mr. Mfanidong; Committee on Appropriation and Finance, chaired by Uran State Constituency Representative Dr. Itoretam; Committee on Security, Youth and Sports, chaired by Uyo State Constituency Representative Mr. Umedi Imo Asukwo; Committee on NDDC, chaired by the Deputy Speaker, who represents Itu State Constituency, Mr. Kufra Basedidem; Committee on Women Affairs and Social Welfare, chaired by the Korabasi Eastern Obolo State Constituency Representative Mrs. Salina Okbatu; and the House Committee on Information, chaired by the Korekbene Uborokara State Constituency Representative Mr. Jerry Otu. The House has also moved to recognize and congratulate the Guinness World Record holder Akwa Ibom Shave, Hilda Bassi, following a motion by the Deputy Leader of the House, Mr. Otobon Bob.
Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues, at about 10:53 a.m. on the 13th day of June 2023, history was made as the Guinness Book of World Records officially announced and certified an Akwa Ibom daughter who happens to be my constituent by name, Hilda Bassi, as the new world record holder for the longest walking marathon for an individual.
To recommend and add to send a public message on behalf of the entire House to our Speaker, Hilda Bassi, that the Assembly are happy with what it has done so far.
With the constitution of the House committees and their chairmen and members, the 8th Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly is ready to fully discharge its responsibilities. Uyoko Uswa, AKBC News.
All non-statutory boards, agencies and commissions in Akwa Ibom State have been dissolved. Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moino approved the dissolution in a release signed by the Secretary to the State Government, Prince Enobong Uwa. The release says the dissolution takes immediate effect. All affected individuals are to hand over the official documents to the senior civil servants in the board, agencies and commissions. Those involved in unauthorized commercial activities along major roads, streets, junctions, and pedestrian walkways in Uyo Metropolis have been directed to relocate their ways to the market to allow for free flow of traffic. A release to this effect issued by the state government therefore directs those involved in illegal road trade, site trading to comply within 1 month office law enforcement agencies. The release signed by the Secretary to the State Government, Prince Enobonwa, emphasized that government would no longer condone the excesses of unauthorized roadside trading and display of goods by traders, thereby creating artificial gridlock and accidents, resulting in losses of lives which could have been avoided if the roads were free. The governor mandated relevant security agencies and market leaders to ensure compliance and restore sanity to the streets in line with government's objectives to protect investments and other infrastructures. According to the release, government indicated optimism that the various market unions and stakeholders would cooperate towards curbing the menace of street trading if Akwa Ibom must sustain the unrivaled record as the cleanest city in the country. Despite the entreaties to stop dumping refuse inside drains, the menace seems to be the norm along the Uruekpa-Ntanyang axis of the Calabar Highway. A check by AKBC News crew reveals that during and after every heavy rain, dirt made up of plastic cans and sachet water bags litter the drive-in towards AKBC transmitting station. The site, according to some visitors to the office and residents of the area, is gory as the running water is alleged to contain feces and rotten waste dumped by unscrupulous citizens and other not well cleared by waste evacuation agents. Worst off are those who commute on foot, as they have to literally walk in the contaminated water, opening them up to diseases that are preventable. For bikes, it has become good business as they charge higher to carry those who won't dare allow the flat water to touch them. It has therefore become expedient and healthy to evacuate the roadside drains of these refuse to avoid a breakout of an epidemic. We now take a break. When we return, Trade Union Congress proposes 200,000 naira minimum wage. Akwa United Supporters Club readies self for players' enhanced performance next season. We have those stories and others after the break. We do hope you join us again shortly. Good afternoon.
I just want your papers, please.
Sir.
Salary don't enter. Yes, so. And more than never even return. Na salary plenty, oh. No wonder I no gree collect roja for my hand. Shut up, sir. I'm here to bail my younger brother.
Happen.
With good luck,
Proper funding, training,
and cooperation.
if it happen.
Welcome to the rest of the report this afternoon. The president of the Trade Union Congress, TUC, Festus Osifo, says it is time for politicians and the elite to make more sacrifices that will benefit the masses. Comrade Osifo, who declared the cost of governance, drew attention to the dwindling capital expenditure in the country. He said government officials have not demonstrated cost reduction as they still go about their duties despite the effects of fuel subsidy removal on the masses. Comrade Osifo said Labour proposed 200,000 naira as the new minimum wage from 30,000 naira because it anticipated that the government would float the naira and allow market forces to determine the exchange rate of the national currency. The TUC argued that the value of 30,000 naira 5 years ago, when the minimum wage was last reviewed, has so far reduced with mounting inflation rates, soaring food prices and transport fares, amongst others. Recall that the federal government had on Monday resumed negotiations with the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and the TUC on measures to alleviate the impacts of the removal of the petrol subsidy on Nigerians. So from the national scene, the presidency has dismissed the report circulating in the media which alleges that an approval has been given for an increase in salaries of political office holders. Presidential spokesman Dele Aleke, in a statement yesterday, stated that President Bola Tinubu has not approved any salary increase, and such proposal has been brought before him for consideration. According to him, while the presidency recognized that it is within the constitutional limits of Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission RMAFC to propose and fix salaries and allowances of political office holders and judicial officers, such cannot come to effect until it has been equally considered and approved by the president. Mr. Aleke said it was important to note that RMAFC, through its public relations manager, has responded to the fake story being circulated and had already set the record straight. The presidential spokesman noted that the fact that the unfounded story gained prominence on social media and in a section of mainstream media brought to the fore the danger fake news poses to society and the national well-being of the country. Now, football. Following a successful soccer season by Aqua United Football Club, supporters of the club gathered to thank God for his mercies. The event attracted the chairman of Aqua United, Elder Paul Bassi, with members of his management, sports writers, football stakeholders and fans of the club. It was also an occasion to share thoughts on the next soccer season and ways of raising the morale of players to achieve winning the league for continental football. Chairman of the supporters club, Mr. Paul Hillary, commended the cordial relationship between the Aqua United management and supporters and announced the appointment of patrons of the club. The Aqua United chairman, Elder Paul Bassi, saluted the untiring efforts of the supporters club members in gingering the spirit of players at home and away matches and in all weather conditions. He disclosed plans to rejig the team and the technical crew with the sole aim of achieving continental ticket. The meeting featured the singing of the Aqua United anthem by members. Now, News International. A powerful tornado has left at least 4 people dead and 10 injured in the southern U.S. state of Texas, where officials and residents were already grappling with a heat wave. The U.S. National Weather Service confirming the toll described significant damage on the west side of Matador, with several buildings heavily destroyed. The fire service in the neighboring city of Lubbock, in a statement posted on Twitter, said the town of Matador has experienced an unprecedented tornado bringing damaging winds. The statement said that given the high temperatures, the city had opened a cooling center for residents. Texas and part of the southern United States have been facing storms and a severe heat wave in recent days, with temperatures topping 104 degrees Fahrenheit. A week ago, a similar storm hit Perryton, also in North Texas, killing 3 people and injuring about 100. Several cities, including Lubbock and Houston, have made air-conditioned shelters available. And that's a package this afternoon. Before we go, we're taking a look at the top stories. Governor Omoino has redeemed his pledge of Akpanende market traders by initiating the rehabilitation of DR Road and internal roads within the market. Addressing traders, the governor said the roads will be completed within 100 days. The F Assembly has prepared itself for legislative duties by constituting 26 standing committees. Speaker Udematong inaugurated the committees yesterday at plenary. We also told you that worried by traffic gridlock and insecurity caused by street trading, government has directed the movement of street traders into markets within 1 month. A release signed by Prince Enobowa, Secretary to the State Government, has ordered security agencies to effect the movement after 1 month expiration. And pleased by the performance of Akwa United in the last season, Supporters Club has vowed to inspire players to gain continental ticket next season. And that was a package. We'll bring you more news on this channel at 8. We look forward to your company. Thank you for watching. My name is Mandu Isianabo.